Okay, third race here at Worcester today is the 3-mile maiden chase. Number 1 is Bran the Builder, Leon van Rensburg. 2 is Cat King, Darren Howes. 3, Firebridge Boy, Jim Murray. 4, God of War, Colin Clark. 5, I'm Quackers, Kevin Minahan. 6, Les Paul, Jamie Hopkins. 7, Night Tinkletown, D French. Ockamore Turquoise is 8, D Thompson. 9, Regent Street. 10, in the Evaluator. 11, Too Much Wine. 12, Tree Keeper. 13, Ebony James. 14, Miss Val. 15, Spartan Lawn. 16, Spectral Moon. There's some big trainers in this race. I think they're probably all the top boys are running. So we've got a 3-mile chase. Fairly good ground here. And again, we're straight into this left turn. And a few that have been caught wide. One that's really struggling is Spectral Moon. I think it's Spectral Moon and it's actually Spartan Law, both in similar colours there. I think Spectral Moon's the grey, but we're led by the Evaluator. The Evaluator leads from Ockamere Turquoise, Bran the Builder and Night Tinkertown as they take the first. And we've lost one. Night Tinkertown's unseated his rider there, so bad luck for the connections there as one straight out on the first. But it's the Evaluator that still leads them from Ockamere Turquoise and Bran the Builder. They take the ditch. And everybody gets over that safely. Then we've got a chasing pack led by the grey Ebony James, which is a Ghost Sapper Stables horse. Then we've got I'm Quackers, Miss Val, God of War, Les Paul, Tree Creeper. They preached that plain one, and everybody gets over that quite comfortably. And they're followed by Spartan Law, is still quite wide, Regent Street, Les Paul, and Too Much Wine just bringing up the rear. Another plain one there, and everybody's over that comfortably. So it's the Evaluator that leads by a couple of lengths to Bran the Builder and Ockamere Turquoise. And we've got Ebony James, the grey. We approach the 5th, and everybody's over that as well. Just behind the grey is I'm Quackers. We've got the red silks of Miss Val, followed by the grey Spectral Moon. We've got Tree Keeper, Spartan Law. One on the inside is Cat King. And the gold silks, the outside of that is God of War. And we've got a chasing pack of Spartan Law, Too Much Wine, Regent Street, Les Paul, and Firebridge Boy. I can't remember who Les Paul was. Wasn't he a singer in the 60s? I'm sure Martin, fellow commentator, will tell us in the forums if this race gets shown. But it's the Evaluator that leads. But alongside him is Ockamere Turquoise and Bran the Builder. They take this ditch. Everybody's safely over that, including Night Tinkertown, which is the horse without the rider at the back. They all take that plain fence quite well. It was the 7th one that just pecked on landing a little bit there. I think it was Spartan Law. But it's still the Evaluator that leads from Bran the Builder, Ockamere Turquoise. Take the 8th comfortably. A couple of greys in the middle of the park are Ebony James and Spectral Moon. Ebony James didn't particularly take that well. We're getting a little bit closer here, but from first to last there's probably 15 to 20 lengths. Regent Street's bringing up the rear and the Evaluator is leading, but being joined alongside by Bran the Builder with Ockamere Turquoise, and they're 2 to 3 lengths ahead of Ebony James, I'm Quackers and Spectral Moon, the 2 greys. Then we've got a couple of lengths, well, 2 to 3 lengths back to Tree Creeper and Miss Val. One in the green God of War, and the outside of that is Cat King. A line of 4. Spartan Law, Les Paul, Too Much Wine and Firebridge Boy, and Regent Street, the grey, still bringing up the rear. The 3 of them go round this top left bend. The Evaluator, Ockamere Turquoise and Bran the Builder. We've still got 9 left to jump, and 1.25 miles still left to travel. There's the ambulance there, just in case anything happens. Should be very closer to the fence, I would have thought, and they'll all skip over that one quite nicely. So we've not really lost anybody today. It's only Night Tinkertown. They've all jumped very well, these. But it's Ockamere Turquoise that just noses in front with the Evaluator and Bran the Builder. They take the ditch, and they're all over that comfortably as well. Chasing pack is still I'm Quackers, Spectral Moon and Ebony James. And 3 to 4 lengths back to Tree Creeper, Cat King in the gold. One's getting pulled up here. I think that's Spartan Law. We've lost Regent Street's been pulled up as well. But it's still the leading pack with only 7.5 furlongs left to run, 5 left to jump. It's Ockamere Turquoise, the Evaluator, Bran the Builder, the chasing 3 are Spectral Moon, I'm Quackers and Ebony James. Getting a little bit closer in terms now is Tree Creeper, Firebridge Boy making some ground. The green God of War and Cat King following those. They jump the 14th. One, we lost one there. I think God of War has unseated his rider. He's out of the race, and it's the Evaluator and Okamar Turquoise that have pulled 2 to 3 lengths ahead now of Bran the Builder. Then we've got the chasing 2 greys of Spectral Moon, Ebony Jane, and I'm Quackers on the fence. They're 3 to 4 lengths ahead of trying to catch up Fire, Bridge Boy, Tree Creeper and Les Paul. The Evaluator leads them round this top turn into the straight. 3 left to jump. It's the Evaluator from Okamar Turquoise, Spectral Moon on the outside. The one on the inside is I'm Quackers, really making some ground. Brown the Builder seems to be going backwards. Ebony James doesn't look like she's got anything left. Great jump there by Evaluator, and they're all over that. I think it's the Evaluator that leads from I'm Quackers trying to go up the ground. Oh, a bit of a slow jump there from the Evaluator, and that's given I'm Quackers and Spectral Moon an opportunity to try and pull alongside. We've got just over 2 furlongs left to run, 2 left to jump. They're over the playground. Oh, and a really poor fall there from I can't remember the Spectral Moon that's out of it, and it's between the two, and another bad jump by I'm Quackers the Evaluator, which allows I'm Quackers to take the lead. We've got a furlong left to run. It's I'm Quackers from the Evaluator fighting back. Here comes Ebony James coming out of nowhere. It's I'm Quackers, the Evaluator, Ebony James, half a furlong, quarter of a furlong. It's the Elevator, the Quackers. I'm just amazing. Ebony James, I think, just gets up there from the Evaluator, and I'm Quackers. Sorry, I got a bit lost towards the end of the race there, guys. It all just got a little bit too exciting. Anyway, let's just have a look. Ebony James, I think, may well have just got the Evaluator here. Ooh, no, the Evaluator just hung on. The jockey had just stood up in his irons, but it's the Evaluator that takes it from Ebony James. The Evaluator, Paul Rhodes, good win. Ebony James, second. Ghost Apper. I'm Quackers, third for Kevin Meanahan. Okamar Turquoise, Dave Thompson, 4. And Bran the Builder, Leon van Rensburg, was 5th. Okay, the final race from Worcester today is a 2-mile chase. It's a maiden for 4-year-olds and up, and its Brilliance is number 1. 2 is Clarabelle, 3 Coven, 4 Drifter, 5 Leonidas of Sparta, 6 Lucky Best, 7 Parallel Universe, 8 River Park Girl, 9 Screamer, 10 She's a Animal, 11 Spoken For, 12 Strategic Driftwood, 13 Run Sunrise Soul, 14 Turquoise Vineyard, and number 15, the last, is Up in Smoke. And they're away, and straight into the first here in the ditch, and they're all over that comfortably. It's Leonidas of Sparta that leads with Spoken For. These two are going to take them into the second and the plain fence. There's still 13 to jump today. We're through 11. So it's still Leonidas of Spartus and Spoken For, but we're fairly close here as they approach the third, and everybody skips over that one quite nicely. The one that's come up here on the outside that you can't miss is River Park Girl, and they're all over that one as well. So it's River Park Girl now in the middle of the course that's leading from Spoken For in the yellow, Clarabelle on the fence in third. I think we're coming into a bend show. No, we're coming up to the grandstand. There's that toilet block again I mentioned earlier. No, so there's the big screens as well. So it's River Park Girl that leads them by 3 to 4 from the chasing pack, which is Spoken For, Brilliance, Lucky Best, Leonidas of Sparta, Sunrise Soul, Clarabelle over towards the fence, Up in Smoke. And then we've got She's an Animal, Drifter, Coven. They're all gone a little bit wide, some of them there, and followed by Parallel Universe and Turquoise Vineyard against the fence, but at the end at the moment. So as they approach the fifth, it's River Park Girl that leads by 4 to 5 from Lucky Best, the leader that's chasing them out of the pack. And we've got Up in Smoke, and they all skip over that one quite nicely. We're going at fair pace here. It's River Park Girl that leads them from the Screamer in second. Then we've got Lucky Best, Up in Smoke, Spoken For in the yellow. They approach that ditch, and they're all over that well. The one that took it really well was Spoken Fox. Just on the inside of Spoken Fox is Lucky Best, which is going along quite nicely. The one nearest to us here is is, I think, I'm not sure, the number 9 horse. I'm sorry if I've missed that. I think it's Coven. It's doing quite well, but it's obviously going to get a bit caught wide as they approach, obviously, this left-hand turn at the back straight. So as they come out of the back straight, we've got 7 furlongs left to jump, 5 left to go, 7 furlongs left to jump, 7 furlongs left to run, 5 to jump. But it's River Park Girl, but Coven takes over at the lead here from Leonidas of Sparta, Spartans. Coven, and then we've got River Park Girl, and oh, I'm all over the place. I might actually start this race again, but it's River Park Girl that leads here from Leonidas of Sparta and Coven. It's these 3, and then we've got a couple of lengths back to Lucky Best, Turquoise Vineyard, and Drifter in all blue. Then we've got Brilliance in the stripes on the outside, but it's Leonidas of Sparta that takes them down the far side over that ditch there, and the 10th is jumped, and now a couple have come out of the pack. It's Turquoise Vineyard that's really taken them up from Leonidas of Sparta. They jumped that well. Spoken For, Coven is between these 5. The one that's really trying to make some ground is She's an Animal nearest to us, but it's Turquoise Vineyard that jumps it first. 2 left to jump. Turquoise Brilliance, Turquoise Vineyard, they jump it together. It's Brilliance, Turquoise Vineyard. It's between these 2. Brilliance is just holding on to the lead at the moment. We're inside the final furlong. It's Brilliance from Turquoise Vineyard. The one trying to still make ground is She's an Animal here nearest to us, but it's Brilliance that maybe just puts his nose in front. It's Brilliance from Turquoise Vineyard. Brilliance, Turquoise Vineyard. Oh, one for the judges, that. One for the judges. Very close there. Sorry I got a bit lost in the commentating. I just get so excited. So who's got this? Brilliance takes it. No, I'm not sure if it could be a dead heat, but Brilliance. Second was Turquoise Vineyard. Third, Brilliance wins for Paul Rhodes. Second was Turquoise Vineyard. It's given a head. I would have said it was a nose for D. Thompson. She's an Animal for Joshua Sutherland. Third. Spoken For Obi-Wan was 4th. And Coven for Graham Clutterbuck takes the 5th place prize pot money.
Grundy Stakes, it's the second of the afternoon. It's a 1 mile, 1 furlong maiden play for the freeholds. Let's have a look at the field. Elgate Bay, Bridges, Lollipop, Goa Bay, Hearthstone. Then we got Larwood A, Marge Simpson, Marta Ross, Moonshell, Renaissance Fair, Rough Silk, Tales of Catalonia, The Rebound, the Yellow Blue Glue at 10 to 1. The favourite is The Rebound at 8 to 1. So it's a high priced favourite. It should be an interesting race. They're all loaded up and they sent on their way. They all got off to a decent start. Just a bit slow into stride is Moonshell at the back of the field in the early stages. Half Stone, that shows good early pace. That goes about 4 lengths clear and wow, putting up a hard gallop in the early stages. Now back in second, it looks the white caps of Breaches Lollipop on the far side. Yellow Silk, Renaissance Fair, March Simpson's Moonshell has come from totally from the back. That has recovered well. Yellow Blue Glue. Then we got March Simpson, Larwood, Tales of Catalonia, The Rebound. That's the favourite, sitting about 6 lengths off them. Check Silks with the purple. Then we got Marta Ross and Goa is at the back of the field. 5.5 furlongs left to go. Hearthstone, that's in front. Bridges Lollipop is also up there. March Simpson moves into contention back in second. It's Yellow Blue Glue. That's coming a bit close in the yellow cap. They travel down to that 4.5. We look at the midfielders division. It's Rough Silk, The Rebound. That's still getting driven along for a favourite. The Rebound might be in some trouble from the back. Goa Bay making an early move, and Aldgate Bay, that's at the back now. So suddenly there's a lot of pressure on Hearthstone because Bridges Lollipop on the far side shows good pace. March Simpson right closest to the camera. That's coming hard at them from the back of the field. Rough Silk, Larwood A, that looks to have some running in him. There's 2.5 left to go. It's Hearthstone in front. Back in second, March Simpson, Larwood, that's making up many lanes. It's March Simpson, that looks the biggest danger at this stage. There's 1.5 to go. It's Hearthstone in front. March Simpson back in second. Now suddenly gets into second gear. Kicks to clear by 3 lanes. Says catch me if you can. There's a half furlong left to go. From the back, Goa Bay absolutely eating up the ground. Goa Bay, March Simpson. You get the feeling Goa Bay maybe no. Held on, March Simpson. Wow. What a race. Marge Simpson, Take a Bow, and Goa Bay from absolutely stone cold last. I must say, I thought Goa Bay is going to get up, but Marge Simpson outholds them. Back in second, Goa Bay, and then back in third is Moonshell Paul Rhodes in the winner's box with Marge Simpson. Very gusty performance by this one today. Goa Bay absolutely came from stone cold last, ran on very strongly. Moonshell back in third. This one was a bit running in snatches, and then Halfstone, the long time leader, that's back in fourth. But no doubt about the winner, Marge Simpson, Paul Rhodes. No show from the favourite, The Rebound. Bonus at 52.com. Maiden, it's a 1 mile 4 furlongs. This is the maiden for the 4-year-olds and plus. Let's have a look at the field. Ben Fleet 66 to 1 top it. Geronimo head into the clouds. Sly Cole on Jamina. Then we got Bright Star Girl. Call the Cops. Fire and Brimstone Knup. 1 mile in Sicily. And Vanity. Straight line. Starters sends them home. Head into the clouds, right up there. Knup shows good early pace on the outside. Middle of the track, Vanity. Then head into the clouds. Fire and Brimstone moves up into an handy position as they head for the first turn. And they're all just settling down a bit. And they all look settled down. At the back, head into the clouds. That just drops. Call the Cops. Your bright yellow silks. That's about 7 lengths from them. But it's a steady galloping put up here by Knup. Back in second, Vanity. Then back in third, Bright Star Girl. That's in the shocking red cap, black silks. Then just Geronimo's in the orange. Fire and Brimstone on Jamina. Then we got Slahi Cole. 1 mile in Sicily. Call the Cops and head into the clouds. That's at the back of the field. So 8 furlongs left to go. It's Vanity who picks it up from Knup now. These two, they're about 3 lengths from the bunch. Back in third place. It's close between Geronimo, Bright Star Girl, Ben Fleet, and the all pink on Jamina making some progress. Sly Cole's also up there. And then we got 1 mile in Sicily. Bop it and head in the clouds and Call the Cops. He's still at the back of the field, but they're not detached at all. They're all travelling very well as they come down to that 6 furlong stages. It's Vanity trying to get away from the field by about 2 lengths from the second front runner Knup. Then it's Bright Star Girl, Fire and Brimstone. Geronimo moves a few lanes closer now. The bunch at the back, they're just a few is getting a few nudges and a few squeezes to get closer. Call the Cops from the back of the field. That's getting a lot of squeeze, but he's not getting much closer. Boppet is also getting a few nudges. And then we got Aunt Jamina, Head in the Clouds. That looks a bit outpaced at this stage, but it's Vanity at the 3 furlong, 66 to 1 shot, running good at the moment. They're coming from all over now. 1 mile in Sicily looks a big runner from the outside. Look at the blue silks of Fire and Brimstone. That looks good. From the far side, as well as Geronimo, that's still in with a small shot. Heading in the clouds and Antamina, they have a lot of work to do. They about 12 lengths to the leader, Vanity. Knup is back in second. That looks one-paced. Italy Cole has made up many lanes. Bright Star Girl, Fire and Brimstone, Geronimo, Ben Fleet, Call the Cops, starting to unwind on the outside, as well as Bop It on Jamina, Head in the Clouds. They still far back, but it's Vanity and Knup, and yes, Knup goes clear of the field, and Knup will win. Back in second, I think Bright Star Girl got up, puts the head down. So here's the winner, Knup. Graham Clutterbuck gets in. Norton, the jockey, well ridden to the front, but then saw Vanity wasn't going to give him the lead, so he just settled in secondly and just quickened up very nicely from there. Bright Star Girl back in second and back in third. It's 1 mile in Sicily. I think this one ran a good race. That's one for the books. Geronimo, that kicked on very nicely. Call the Cops, I was thinking he's going to make a big strong claim for himself, but just never went on with the effort. Further back, Fire and Brimstone. Lager trial, it's the 1 mile 6 furlong maiden for the 3-year-olds, and the weather has been much better now for this race and hopefully for the rest of the afternoon. Bear news are now Jackie Chan, Mr. Cat 66 to 1, one of the joint favourites. Oakenburst, Scherzer, and then Shelter 9 to 1, Arabella Hotel, Dark Age, Heather Star Girl, Pristina, Rainbow and Tinkerbell 14-1. It's a line of 13 horses that goes to post. They sent on their way. Very even beginning for all, not one was slow away, but Tinkerbell from that wide draw has been held up in the early stage, as well as Pristina and Tinkerbell. They'll be doing the back running for this race, looks like to be. So it's Scherzer, whose back is in front. Jackie Chan back in second. Coming out from the wide is Dark Age, just creeping a bit closer. And also Heather Star Girl shows that bright colours back in second. Oaken Burst, then we got Banuta now. Dark Age just dropping a bit again. So Dark Age giving some trouble, just doesn't want to settle. Upside Down, Pristina, Arabella Hotel, and Tinkerbell and Mr. Cat is at the back. So Pristina made up lanes after settling in, and Pristina's been driven. The jockey can't find a gap to get closer to the front running pack here. Hopefully that's still good. She's is still in front by about 4 lengths now. Back in second, it's Rainbow. Dark Age is also up there. Banuta now. Oakenburst, Shelter, Jackie Chan, Pristina is keeps getting closer. But look at that, Pristina again just not finding a clear run and needs to drop again to the back. Then we got Mr. Cat. That's the all white horse. Then at the back, it's Arabella Hotel, and Tinkerbell has been doing it from the start. At the back has been driving along. So Scherzer is in front. Back in second, the white cap, or the white silks and blue cap should I say. Banuta now is popped up in second. Dark Age is now back in third. Then we got Shelter, who's making up early room. Oakenburst, one of the favorites. Then we got Rainbow, Upside Down, Jackie Chan. Pristina is still driven. At the back, it's Mr. Cat, and Tinkerbell has been detached from the field. That's about 15 lengths back. So Scherzer is in front, looking to do it the hard way from start to finish. Back in second, Banuta now, I must say, is travelling very well. Oakenburst, Rainbow also looking to come much closer. Jackie Chan making an early move with the white. As well as at the back of the field, it's Dark Age, Upside Down, Heather Star Girl, Pristina, and Mr. Gat and Tinkerbell is still well far back. So it's 3.5 furlongs left to go. The White Sox, you should say, Jackie Chan, that now goes up to lead actually. So Jackie Chan goes to the front. In second, it shows the long time leader. How much does that one have left in the tank? But at this time, looks like a sinking ship. Heather Star Girl is starting to come on from the back of the field, and Banuta now, that's been settled and been kept tucked in, but now gets unraveled and says, go girl. Jackie Chan is also up there. Pristina has made up many lanes back in fourth. Oakenburst, Rainbow, Arabella Hotel, but they all have to catch Jackie Chan, who keeps tuckling away at them. From the back, Oakenburst, that's the biggest danger I should say, as well as Heather Star Girl. They're lunging. It's a freeway lunge here. It's going to go close, but very calm keeping. Jackie Chan does it with a bit of cheek, you should say. Played with the other horses. Yeah, if you look how he finished this race, look at this. Stopped riding, just cruising on it. And Jackie Chan will win at 11-1, just playing a bit with the field, you should say. Oakenburst back in second, Heather Star Girl. Banuta now, I thought that's going to go with them, but it was these three that fight it out. Jackie Chan, Oakenburst, Heather Star Girl, Paul Rhodes. Teams up another winner here. And Holland is the jockey. Very, very cheeky ride here from Jackie Chan and Holland. They absolutely just cruised the last furlong and even won very nicely. Back in, sorry, it's a dead heat. Oakenburst is back in second, but there must be some criticizing about this right then from Jackie Chan, because surely he should have won that. Heather Star Girl is back in third, and then fourth Banuta now. Pristina, Rainbow, Shelter, Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell made up very late ground from the back of the field, was outpaced, and still, man, that's looking still for some ground. But the winner is here, Jackie Chan and Oakenburst. They did eat here. Money back specials with bookmakers, 1 mile 4 furlongs. It's a maiden for the 3-year-olds. Let's have a look at the field and the runners. Adamant, Bone in Belgrade, Fusion of Monsters, Gonna Live Forever, Hainsman Trophy, Jacksonville, Joe Dami, Maybrick, Mr. Spock, should I say, Northumbrian, Platin, Playboy, Playground, Rain, Sheriff Starboy, Mrs. King, and Wings. 16 runners. Interesting race. Punters should have gone wide in this race. It's a competitive race, but they are sent on their way. Let's see who comes out on top. Wings, good early pace. Northern Brian, that goes to the front in the green silks, also overcoming the draw, but wow, a lot of hard work for the rider here on Northern Brand. Back in second. It's very tight for that second spot, but I'll give it to Winks on the inside. It's a line of 6 horses for second. Adam and Rain, Fusion of Monsters. Jodami, Bone in Belgrade. Winks has just dropped behind that second pack. Then it's another 3 lengths to the backpackers. That's Jacksonville, Maybrick, Mr. Spock, Mrs. King, and then we got Playground, Gonna Live Forever at the back. So 8.5 furlongs left to go. It's Northern Brand in front. Back in second, it's Adam Aunt. Fusion of Monsters is in third. Rain. Then we got Bone in Belgrade. That's in the red. Checked with a white stripe over them. Rain, Winks, Sheriff Star Boys in the shocking red boots and cap and sleeves with the black body. Jodami, Platin Playboy, has the big yellow dot in the middle. Haseman Trophy is with the all purple black stars. Then we got Jacksonville Playground, all purple, Gonna Live Forever in the back of the field. That's about 12 lengths off them. That has the orange. And then Mrs. King in the all orange, and Mr. Spock. And at the back it's Maybrick with the red and orange. So five furlongs left to go. The long time leader, Northern Brian. How much does he have left to go? Back in second, it's Adam and Wings, Bone in Belgrade, moving up nicely. And travelling very well is Sheriff Star Boy, I must say, on the outside. That hasn't been asked the question to run, so still kept under the hand of the jockey. And now starting to make an early move. Look at the shocking colours of Sheriff Star Boy. That looks well. 3.5 to go. Northern Brian, how much does he have left to go? The front runners have been going well. Can he do it again? Bone in Belgrade. Then we got Adam and Fusion of Monsters, Playground, Jacksonville. Running on from the back, Ainsford Trophy, very detached as Mr. Spock. So they travel down to the 2 furlongs left to go. Northern Brian is in front. Not a Bone in Belgrade. Sheriff Star Boys traveling with them. The white Jacksonville is really looking to eat up ground on the far side. Also making in late movers. Winks on the inside. Winks is starting to close in as well as Sheriff Starboy. Yes, Sheriff Starboy. Winks is flying between runners. Paul Rhodes fighting out another finish of Rain, but Rain is getting the upper hand, and Rain is going to go on to win from Winks by a short head. Back in third, it's Sheriff Starboy. Bone in Belgrade dropped a bit, but here's the head on replay. Look at the yellow body and Winks, but it goes to Rain. Lovely ride here from Rain. Winks back in second. Winks almost giving Paul Rhodes. He's winner number 5 for the day, but been held off by Thunderspark UK Racing. Rain gets up from Winks. Sheriff Starboy is back in third, and then back in fourth is Fusion of Monsters from that wide draw. Ran a good race. That came out very late. That's one for the books. Bone in Belgrade just was one pace. Northumbrian, that might be looking for a bit shorter. Adam and Playground, Platin Playboy, Gonna Live Forever, Mrs. King. Jacksonville was never went on with that, and then Jodami, you only saw him once, and then he dropped. Aceman Trophy, and Mr. Spock was well far from the field.
Okay, on to the next here at Doncaster. It's a 3 mile 1 furlong maiden. It's 4-year-old and above chase. Number 1 is Desert Sea. 2 is Hammersmith. 3 Jungle Cove. 4 King Stateable. 5 Mac Federal. 6 Mr. Bennett. 7 Nature's King. 8 is Niznas. 9 Snowstorm. 10 Storm Bird. 11 Aphrodisiac. 12 Barris Sounds. 13 Dancily Green. 14 Flaxen Tina. 15 Heatherbridge Girl. Lapdog Warty is 16. Pendragon is 17. And Pelota Niona, I think that was. Nonia was the last. They're away here in Doncaster in the mud. There's Mr. Bennett and Desert Sea that are both being ridden along to take up the lead. Obviously want to go off from the start as they approach the first fence, although Mr. Bennett taking a bit of a pull there. So it's Mr. Bennett and Desert Sea that are going to lead them on. They're a couple of lengths ahead of Pendragon and the chasing pack, which covers everybody from Mac Federal right down to Aphrodisiac the Grey at the back. But it's Mr. Bennett that leads, with Desert Sea and Pendragon, these 3 together now. As they approach the first, oh, there's a really poor jump there by Desert Sea. Won't do him any good if he goes on like that round the rest of the 17 fences left to jump. But Mr. Bennett leads them from Desert Sea and Pendragon, and they're just a length ahead of Lapdog, Warty, Stormbird. Oh, we've lost one there. The one that went down was Nature's King. I think it was Moylet's Surface Horse, although there's a couple of similar colours in this race, so it may not have been. But Mr. Bennett is the one that's going to still lead them by a length from Pendragon and Desert Sea, and they're followed by Niznas, Heatherbridge Girl, Mac Federal, Lapdog, Warty, Niznas, I've said that, Flaxentina, Stormbird. You've got then Silly Green there. Then we've got a couple of lengths back to Jungle Cove, Hammersmith, Snowstorm the Grey on the outside nearest to us. On the inside of that, there's a grey is Aphrodisiac, and the green silks is Pilota Nonia, Plosia Nonia. And we lost another one there. Dan Silly Green's down, only at the fourth, and we're dropping them down a little bit quicker here today in the mud. Obviously a few of them are not going to like this ground, so we've still got over 2 miles left to run, and they all finally get over that one. So it's Mr. Bennett that leads them from Pendragon and Desert Sea. Then we've got Niznas in the orange closest to us. One side of that is Heatherbridge Girl, and closer to the Rouse is Stormbird. As they approach the 6, everybody skips over that quite nicely, taking it quite well. Just at the end here we've got Pelosia, Nonia and King Stateable. A couple of names, tongue twisters for me. But they're just bringing up the rear. But there's not much in the whole. There's probably 10 to 12 lengths from start to finish as they approach the finishing line next time round. The Doncaster crowd screaming at the top of their voices. As I'll go out now and take the sharp left, the circuit left to run, 10 left to jump. So it's Mr. Bennett from Desert Sea, Pendragon's third. We've got a couple of lengths back to Stormbird on the fence, Barris Sounds and Flaxentina. They take the 8th, the water, and everybody's over that. Well, it's just getting a little bit having to be huggled along was Aphrodisiac at the back there, the grey. Approach the 9th, and everybody's over that. Bit of a slow jump there by Heatherbridge Girl. Mid-pack, but it's Mr. Bennett that still leads them from Desert Sea, Pendragon, Barris Sounds in the blue and yellow. Then you've got King Stabable, Lapdog, Warty, Stormbird and Flaxentina. Then you've got Niznas in the orange closest to us. And we'll skip over that one. There's probably a length back to Hammersmith, Heatherbridge Girl, Jungle Cove, Mac Federal, Aphrodisiac's the grey with the blue silks closest to us. And then you've got Pelosia Nonia and Snowstorm, the other grey and the stripes. So we're through 11 fences now, and we haven't lost one for a while. So 10 furlongs left to run. Mr. Bennett still leads them with Desert Sea and Pendragon. I mean, and we've got one pulled up there, and it looks like it's Snowstorm that's been pulled up. I think there was even comment in the forums. I think the trainer thought he may well get pulled up in this race. I think there's a Joshua Sutherland horse, but it's Mr. Bennett that leads them still from Desert Sea, Pendragon, and a length back to the Flaxentina, Stormbird, Barris Sounds, Lapdog, Warty, all still running quite well. Aphrodisiac, oh, and Aphrodisiac's getting pulled up here. That's another grey down. We only had 2 of them in it, and they've both been pulled up. So starters orders curse has struck again. So we're through 12 fences. Oh, and another poor jump there by Desert Sea, and that's knocked him back 3 to 4 places. And still Mr. Bennett that's led them from the beginning, from Pendragon and Heatherbridge Girl. Then we've got Barris Sounds and Flaxentina as they approach the 13th, and everybody's over it comfortably. So it's Mr. Bennett. We've got 6 furlongs left to run, 5 left to jump. And it's Mr. Bennett in the yellow that still leads them from Heatherbridge Girl, Pendragon against the fence in the stripes, and then Hammersmith, Barris Sounds, one nearest to us in blue, the blue sleeves and red silks is Flaxentina. One that's got really stuck for pace at the back is King Stateable, and I can't imagine he's going to win from there unless he sprouts some wings. But it's Heatherbridge Girl and Mr. Bennett that bowl along together, and there's still a couple of lengths ahead of the chasing pack. One that's coming right out of the pack here is Stormbird in the yellow and wants to take it up with 3.5 furlongs left to run, but Heatherbridge Girl's not allowing that. He's decided to kick on as well. So it's Heatherbridge Girl now. Heatherbridge Girl from Stormbird. Mr. Bennett, we're inside the 3. They take the 16th. Everything's taken that quite well. Heatherbridge Girl, Stormbird, Mr. Bennett, Lapdog, Warty, Jungle Cove is one trying to make up some ground, as is Pendragon. There's not a lot of them getting into this race. It's Heatherbridge Girl that leads as they take the 17th. Bit of a slow jump there from Stormbird. Here comes Pendragon trying to make up some ground. On the outside is Barris Sounds, but it's Heatherbridge Girl coming up to the last. Needs to just pop over it. We're inside the final furlong, and he just jumps over it, but a slow jump, and has allowed Pendragon to leap ahead and really take it on with not much of a run in here. Pendragon's going to take this from Heatherbridge Girl. Finishing on the outside is Barris Sounds. Fourth was Hammersmith. Not many of them got into that race, but I think that's a win for Paul Rhodes and Pendragon. We'll wait to see the card come up, and it is Pendragon first for Paul Rhodes. Second was Heatherbridge Girl, Jay Murray. Barris Sounds, D Thompson was third. Hammersmith for Carl Arroganti fourth. Fifth was Stormbird for Kevin Minahan, and Jungle Cove just coming in at sixth for Leon van Rensburg. Okay, race 21, we're off to Towcester, not sure how to pronounce that, but number 1 is Crafty Geezer, number 2 is the Ground Pounder, 3 is Horseshoe Bend, 4 Julius Irving, 5 Lancelot Dulac, 6 Mindshore Boy, 7 Nadal, 8 is Stoneacre Jojo, 9 the French Furs, 10 War Secretary, 11 Barris Girl, 12 Dancini Red, 13 Electric Lady Land, 14 Spire Haven, and 15 The Longest Element. So we've got 3 miles to run. And this maiden chase. The War Secretary that's just bowled off into the front. Nice, it's got the row to keep him company, but it's War Secretary that leads from the French Furs. So we've got 12 to jump here, 3 miles to run. As they come to the first. Well, maybe they don't come to the first. Anyway, it's the French Furs that sticks its head in front from War Secretary as they skip over the first. Although the French Furs didn't particularly jump that particularly well. So it's War Secretary that leads from Spire Haven, and the French Furs pretty much all in line. The grey is Spire Haven. Then we've got 3 to 4 lengths back to the chasing pack, which is Nadal leading them from Mindshore Boy, then City Red, Ground Pounder, Julius Irving. Then we've got Horseshoe Bend, The Longest Element, Barris Girl, Crafty Geezer, Electric Land, and Stoneacre Jojo in the gold, or the orange should I say, just on the fence at the back there. In fact, I'm not even sure I can see Stoneacre Jojo, because I think that's Electric Landlady in the orange. Anyway, they jump over the second. I'll skip over that. Yeah, we may well have lost Stoneacre Jojo. At the moment he's not in screen, but it's War Secretary that's taken them along now. War Secretary from the French Furs and the grey Spire Haven. The one further out wide is Nadal. The one sticking its head through there is Ground Pounder 2. We've got the blue silks in the middle of Lancelot Dulac. I don't need to tell you who the silks are of the black and red on the inside, and that's Mindshore Boy. We're through 3 flights now. It's a fairly sedate pace, just over 2 miles still left to run here. We go up here a little bit here at Toaster. That's probably the way to say it, Toaster. I've got my toaster. It's a 4-slot toaster. That's the way to say it. Anyway, it's War Secretary that leads from the French Furs, Spire Haven, the grey, Nadal in the blue on the outside, and just on the inside of that is Julius Irving. And you've got Lancelot Dulac, Ground Pounder, Mindshore Boy in the fence, just a length ahead of the chasing Barris Girl, Julius Irving, The Longest Element. The one that's got really caught there is Nadal. He's fallen right back as they went round that turn. They jumped the 5th. Everything's smooth over that. Just at the back we've still got Dancini Red and Electric Ladyland. I seem to have lost Stoneacre Jojo still as they approach the 6th and are all over the 6th. I'm certainly missing one there. I think it's a Darren Howes horse, if I'm not mistaken, with those silks. He's obviously maybe running in the next. Anyway, it's War Secretary that takes them past the winning post for the last time. 6 left to jump, 12 furlongs left to run. So they just go up that little crest there and come down the other side. It's War Secretary and Spirehaven. They're a length ahead of the French Furs. Then we've got Barris Girl and Mine Shore Boy. Ground Pounder and Nadell made up a little bit more ground. The Longest Element, Lancelot du Lac, is on the fence in the blue. Then we've got Julius Irving further wider in the pink and yellow cap. Against the fence is the Grafty Geezer in white. Behind that is Dancily red. And then in the orange is the Electric Ladyland, as they all take the 7th. Everybody jumps that quite cleanly. Still got a few left to jump as they approach the 8th. Just over a mile to run. And it's still Spirehaven and War Secretary. They've pretty much led it from pillar to post. And Mine Shore Boy has made up a little bit of ground on the inside in the black and red. And we've got the French Furs and Ground Pounder. On the outside is Nadell. Inside of that is Barris Girl, Lancelot du Lac, Longest Element. And then there's Julius Irving and Crafty Geezer. The two that are a bit caught for pace here are Dancily Red and Electric Ladyland. I'm sorry I didn't see Horseshoe Bend pull up, but obviously pulled out a poor jump there by War Secretary. Don't want to be doing that for from home. And it's Spirehaven that leads now, the grey from War Secretary in second, Mine Shore Boy in third, the French Furs on the inside pulling alongside. And then we've got Ground Pounder in the stripes. There's not much in this race. There's 5.5 furlongs left to run. One's been pulled up at the back. There is Electric Ladyland. So Dancily Red is one in the rear. I think we lost one there as well. Unseated, the rider was Crafty Geezer, but it's Spirehaven and War Secretary that start to boot on. We got 3 left to jump, 4 furlongs. Mine Shore Boy making up some good ground, switches to the outside and takes the lead. So it's Mine Shore Boy in the black and red from Spirehaven that starts to go backwards. Another one that's coming out of the pack is Barris Girl and Lancelot du Lac. The long-time leaders are going backwards. Here comes Ground Pounder on the outside, but it's Mine Shore Boy, 2.5 furlongs left to run. Mine Shore Boy from Ground Pounder. Lancelot du Lac on the fence is also making some ground. Barris Girl is starting to go backwards. These 3 are starting to pull away. I can't see anything else winning it from here, but Mine Shore Boy is 2 to 3 lengths. He skips over that from Ground Pounder, and Lancelot du Lac are starting to chase, but Ground Pounder is making up the ground. We've got a furlong left to go, 1 left to jump. It's going to be on the jump. These 2 go. Mine Shore Boy, a better jump by Ground Pounder, and he's taken the length out of Mine Shore Boy. Ground Pounder is going to go on to win this. Ground Pounder from Mine Shore Boy, nothing else is really in it. Lancelot du Lac just going to hang on to third. Fairly good race there, but with such a short run in after the last, any mistakes is going to be costly, and I think Ground Pounder for Joshua Sutherland proved that from Mine Shore Boy, second Jim Murray, 3 Lancelot du Lac Leon, 4 Van Rensburg Saw, 4 Spirehaven Thunderspark, and 5 was the French Furs Ghost Sabbath Stables. It's a 2 mile 1 furlong chase here at Toaster. It's a maiden, and its number 1 is Beyond Belief, 2 is Detection, 3 is Frogger, 4 is Juanita Torfian, 5 is Nakir, 6 Police Park Boy, 7 Pre-Concerto, 8 Prince Philip, 9 The Mora, 10 Walla Halla Rising, 11 Carrie Brown, 12 Fetish, and 13 Jessie's Girl. So this will be quick here at Toaster. Already away and running. And it's Prince Philip that's going to lead them into the first, and they're all over that. They've already jumped that quite well. It's quite a narrow track here, Toaster, and they're spread right across the track. And it's Walla Halla Rising that takes them along. And the jockey gives a little tug on the reins and comes over to the brow as it comes to the second. Still doesn't really look like he wants to take it along, but he's followed by Police Park Boy and Nakir and Juanita Torfian. There was a bit of a nose jump there for, I think, Carrie Brown that was. But it's Walhalla Rising from Police Park Boy and Nakir. And the pack is Juanita Torfan, Carrie Brown, Pre-Concerto. Very poor jump there by Walhalla Rising. Lost probably a length of its lead. In the back here we've got Frogger, who's in the purple, or the cerise silks maybe, with the white cap. And you got Fetish in the white, the Mora. In fact, I can't get everybody in the screen there. I'm going to take that. Anyway, it's Valhalla Rising that leads from Police Park Boy. Nakir in third, Preconcerto in the purple silks is fourth. And a couple of lengths back to Carrie Brown in with the yellow cap in fifth. Frogger is sixth. 7 is Juanita Torrefan. 8 is the Mora. 9 Beyond Belief. 10 Fetish. Detection is 11th. Prince Philip and Jessie's Girl fight out the back. Although Jessie's Girl is probably a couple of lengths off the chasing pack at the moment, and we'll need to try and tag back on. So we're through 5, approaching the 6. Still got a mile and a couple of furlongs left to jump. All took that pretty well. Jessie's Girl still out of picture and needs to make up some ground at the rear. But it's Valhalla Rising that leads from Preconcerto in the purple silks, closest to us, along with Police Park Boy behind that. Although Police Park Boy's got himself a bit closed in there, boxed in, as they would say. And got Preconcerto really probably stopping him going into that fence, but they all took it relatively well. But it's Valhalla Rising. Nakir's now come alongside to try and challenge, and the other one that's really making some good ground is the Frogger. We've still got Preconcerto here on the near side, and they've all taken that pretty well. The one that's moved up right on the outside is the Frogger, alongside Valhalla Rising and Nakir, and then the 3 behind that is Carrie Brown, Preconcerto and Police Park Boy. They're chased by a further 3, which is Prince Philip, Fetish and Juanita Torrefan. So they approach the 10th and they're all over that. We've only got 4.5 furlongs left to run, while Valhalla Rising is starting to be scrubbed along to try and continue to hold on to the lead, but Frogger takes it up now, so it's Frogger by a length to Valhalla Rising, Preconcerto, Nakir, Police City Boy, Prince Philip, Fetish. There's still a lot in this race, but it's Frogger that leads, but just by a neck from on the outside. Carrie Brown in the yellow. The one that looks like he's got still some horse under him is Fetish in third. On the inside of that is Preconcerto. Nakir still on the fence, but Frogger takes it on by probably 2 from Preconcerto. Fetish in third. Valhalla Rising trying to make up some ground and get back into this race. Here comes Police Park Boy, but didn't jump that really well. Frogger still leads, but it's Police Park Boy and Preconcerto, they're trying to run him down. Fetish is fourth. Valhalla Rising doesn't look like he's got anything left. We're inside the final furlong, the final jump, and it's Frogger that takes it. Took it really well from Preconcerto and Police Park Boy, and then fighting on for fourth is Fetish and Juanita Torrefan. Frogger's taken it by 2 to 3 lengths from Police Park Boy in second. I'm not sure who finished third. I think it was Fetish and Preconcerto fought that one out. Let's wait for the card. Frogger wins it for Graham Clutterbuck. 2 is Police Park Boy Jim Murray. 3 Preconcerto Martin Leedham. 4 Juanita Torrefan D Thompson, and 5 Fetish for S Gray. Okay, this is going to be the last race here. Okay, welcome to the last race of Day 2 of the National Hunt here at Toaster. It's a 2-mile maiden hurdle. Number 1 is Breaking Glass, 2 is Brighton Avenue Girl, 3 is Days, 4 Fallen Shamrock, 5 Fine Jewel, 6 Gin Princess, 7 Goat Faced Girl, 8 Miami in Orange, 9 Miss JK, 10 Rookie, 11 Royal Chelsea, 12 is Shanghai Geisha, and number 13, unlucky for some, is Strict Lily. So 2 miles, this will be quick hurdling. Started off at a fair lick as they approach the first, right, and they're all over that quite comfortably. And it's Days in the yellow on the far side that's leading from Miami in Orange. On the fence here we've got Brighton Avenue Girl. Just in case you didn't know, that's one of Jim Murray's horses. It's Brighton Avenue Girl that leads from Miami Orange in second. Then we're a couple of legs back to Goat Faced Girl, Days, Fine Jewel and Breaking Glass. The one that's Days jumps into the second quite nicely and takes the lead from Brighton Avenue Girl and Miami Orange. And just at the rear we've got Shanghai Geisha being hurried along a bit, along with Gin Princess. But it's into the third. It's fairly quick. So Days takes them on. We're going to go past the winning post one time, one circuit, and 6 will be left to jump. But first is Days from Brighton Avenue Girl. Breaking Glass, Miami Orange is fourth. Then we've got Strict Lily, Miss JK and Goat-Faced Girl in the green, just in between horses. And they're a length ahead of Rookie, Fallen Shamrock, Fine Jewel just in the middle of the course. Royal Chelsea, Shanghai Geisha and Jim Princess is out of the picture at the moment, maybe getting pulled up, but it's Days that leads them by 3 to 4 lengths from Breaking Glass, Goat-Faced Girl, Brighton Avenue Girl and Miss JK, and they're a length ahead of Miami and Orange close to the fence, and Rookie just on the outside of that. They all get over that well. Days took it a little bit slow, so it's Days that leads by 3 to 4 from Goat-Faced Girl. Breaking Glass has come from nowhere. Strict Lily's there as well, a little bit wide though. Miss JK and Brighton Avenue Girl is still holding on to the fence, and then Rookie and the 2 Shanghai Geisha and Fallen Shamrock in similar striped silks, but it's Days that's going to lead them into the 5th as they just take that slight turn. It's Days that leads by 3 to 4 from Strict Lily and Breaking Glass. Then we've got Brighton Avenue Girl in the black. Then there's Goat-Faced Girl, Miss JK, the ones that are moving up on the outside are Shanghai Geisha and Fallen Shamrock. As they approached the 5th and jumped the fish, Days took it slow and allowed Brighton Avenue Girl to get within a length. Then we've got Breaking Glass, Shanghai Geisha, Goat-Faced Girl is the one on the fence in the green. The one moving up outside of that is Miami Orange. It's Days still that leads from Brighton Avenue Girl. We're inside the 6 furlongs. We've got 3 left to jump. Days kicks on. Days leads them into the 6. Jumps it slow again. Miami and Orange and Shanghai Geisha move up on the outside. Days kicks on again, but it's Miami and Orange that's trying to challenge for the lead. Then you've got Shanghai Geisha in the stripes on the far outside. Then you've got Brighton Avenue Girl in the black. The others are really chasing. They're going to have to do some work as they go uphill now. They approach the 7th. We've only got 3.5 furlongs left to run. Days of Miami and Orange take it together. The one that's come out of the pack again is Breaking Glass and wants to challenge for the lead, but Days still leads it, holding on to the fence, taking it up from Miami Orange. 2 left to jump. Breaking Glass and Royal Chelsea are trying to stick with them. There's not much in this, but I think Days, Miami and Orange and Breaking Glass is probably between these 3. Another slow jump there by Days has allowed Miami and Orange to challenge. We've only got 1 left to jump and a furlong left to run. These 2 have led from the beginning. It's Days, Miami and Orange. They both skip over it neck and neck together. Who's going to get this? Half a furlong. It's Days, Miami and Orange. Days, Miami and Orange. Days. No, Miami and Orange takes it. Miami just found an extra yard of pace there to take it from Days on the line. Good finish. Nothing else really got into that race. These 2 led pretty much from the beginning. And Miami and Orange takes it from Days. Brighton Avenue Girl comes in at 3rd. The connection, that's Moylet Surfer. It is. It's Miami and Orange, number 1 for Moylet Surfer. Good win. 2nd is Days Thunderspark. 3rd is Brighton Avenue Girl, Jim Murray. 4 is Breaking Glass, Graham Clutterbuck. And 5 is Shanghai Geisha, Paul Rhodes.
Dragon Pulse Maiden, it's a 6 furlong nice sprinter race we have carded here, and it's a big field. Let's have a look at those runners. Assertia 100 to 1, Beast of Burden 18 to 1, Carlos, Elusive Sylvanus, Kate Gabriel 18 to 1, Greenhouse 18 to 1, Grey Lamy Via, Jailhouse Rock joint favourite 9 to 1, Kim Bolton, King Cold Katse, Neil and Prey, Martin, Moonshiba, Old South Africa, Speed McDB, The Bad Man, the Beast Arrived, Apple Lane Girl, Dream Cortese, Emperor Zitenka, Isabel, Oakshot, Queen's Channel, Rock Chick, and Vina Estate will complete the lineup of 24 horses carded for the sprint race. Big race. They sent on their way. Emperor's Zitenka didn't get the best of jumps, and that's at the back of the field. Already been driven along, so Emperor Zitenka did not get the best of starts. Grey Lamy Via, Apple Lane Girl, Moonshiba, Greenhouse, Rock Chick, they show good early pace. Then we head to the back runners. It's Vina Estate, Kate Gabriel's in the all blue, Jailhouse Rock's about 8 lengths from them. Then we head to the back of the field, Kim Bolton, Speedy McDB, Martin, Old South Africa, they're a bit further back in the field, but it's the front runners, Dream Cortese and Carlos, Apple Lane Girl, Green Lamy, they They look good. Now I'm putting up some big pressure. It's Grey Lamy via Carlos is still on the inside. That travels well on the far outside. That's Grey Lamy, and this is why they widely stretched out. 2 furlongs left to go. It's anyone's race. You make your pick. Apple Lane Girl in front. Moonsheba tries to put on the pressure. Greenhouse on the inside. That's putting his head in front. Moonsheba, and as well as Apple Lane Girl. Then we got Isabel Oakshot, who's starting to make late progress. Coming through the ranks is Isabel Oakshot now, and Isabel Oakshot on Moonsheba. Isabel Oakshot, it's going to go straight down to the wire. Close, can't split them. The Beast arrived, also just flew up. This is anyone's race here. Wow, I can't split them. Look at that. The Beast arrived from absolutely nowhere. Gets in the winner's box. Moonsheba. Wow, what a finish here. Joshua Sutherland in the winner's box with the Beast arrived, and well, you could say that the Beast has arrived. What a powerful finish. Moonsheba back in second, Vinay State back in third, Isabel Oakshot I was thinking is going to win the race, but Speedy McTB also back in fifth, but the winner they didn't see coming is the Beast arrived, absolutely finishing strongly. Look at that. With 2 furlongs left, was sitting in 18th position. What a powerful finish. Further back in the field, Get Gabriel, Never Kicked, Elusive Sylvanus, the Beast of Burden, the Bad Man, Old South Africa, Kim Bolton. They were a bit well outpaced in this race, but the Beast has arrived. Will take out this race in good proceedings. Queen's Channel also never really progressed with them. Kneel and Pray, maybe looking for a bit more further, but the winner is the Beast arrived. Back in second, Moonsheba, and back in
Marhaban, become fi Kumfal Dubai for the UAE Al Nabuda Derby. Then it's a mile and 1.5 furlongs, Group 2 for 3 odds on the dirt. The top one is Belgrade, Darren Thompson, Blistria, Thunderspark, King's Rock Boy, Jim Murray, Never Nervous, Carl Aragante, Purple Records, Martin Leadham, Rapid Crest, W. Bosch, Regineri, Molly at Surfer, Right on Time, Hands, Sands of Time, Jamie Hopkins, Spartan, Paul Rhodes, Texaco, Martin Cairns, Little Engine, Obi-Wan, and Atonement, Leon van Rensburg. They're all in then, and away they go with Atonement, the grey closest to us, but it's a reasonably level sort of break, and who's going to be the first one to show? Looks like Spartan and Belgrade with Right on Time on the inside, and now on the outside in the lilac colours, Sands of Time pulling for his head comes to take the lead. So it's Sands of Time in front, then from Belgrade in second, then Spartan in third, King's Rock Boy in those Jim Murray silks on the outside in fourth. After that one, you've got Regineri, and then Rapid Crest is on the inside. There's a gap to the back four. Right on Time was quickly away. The Little Engine, Never Nervous, and Purple Records is the back marker. But Sands of Time and Belgrade dispute the lead then. And they're about 3 lengths clear of Texaco in third. Then Spartan is 4, Atonement the Grey is 5. Then comes King's Rock Boy on the inside in the orange. Is Rapid Crest. Blister is behind that one. Regineri is up the centre of the track. On the inside then is Right on Time with Never Nervous and Purple Records still the back marker. The Little Engine is also towards the rear, but Sands of Time and Belgrade are disputing the lead, and they're about 2 lengths clear of Spartan in third. Texaco on the inside is fourth. The Grey Atonement is next, then Rapid Crest making some ground. Blister is next. King's Rock Boy just losing his place a little bit as Right on Time starts to get back into it. Purple Record switches to the centre of the track, but it's still Sands of Time in the lead. About a length clear now from Belgrade in second. Then Atonement and Spartan having a battle for third. Right on Time is making significant progress up the inside. Blister has now got going again. Rapid Crest is the one closest to us. Atonement's moved into third, but it's Sands of Time in the lead from Spartan. Right on Time now looking for a split and gets a dream run through there to come and challenge for the lead. It's now Right on Time in the green that's taking it up with Spartan chasing. Sands of Time under pressure on the inside. Blister is on the outside, then Belgrade and Texaco and Atonement, but it's Right on Time in the lead. They're inside the final furlong and a half, and it's Right on Time in the lead. Blister now the challenger with Spartan up the centre of between the two, and it's Right on Time now into the final half furlong. Right on Time now being pressed by Spartan. Blister is back in third, and then comes Belgrade, but up towards Right on Time. Spartan throws a challenge on the outside, and Spartan gets up. Spartan takes it on the line from Right on Time second. Belgrade was third, Blister of four, then King's Rock Boy, Purple Records ran on. And that was a tight finish, but Spartan just wore down the leader and got up in the shadow of the post to take it for Paul Rhodes, I believe. Right on Time was second, Belgrade third. It's Spartan for Paul Rhodes, takes the race. Right on Time is second for Hans, Belgrade for Darren Thompson third, Blistria for Thunderspark was fourth, and King's Rock Boy for Jim Murray was fifth. So the Dubai Shima Classic is next then, 1.5 miles, Group 1 on the turf for the older horses this time. Arrogant Spirit, Alex Cherry, Calypso Light, Molliet Surfer, Cave Dweller, Obi-Wan, Far Behind, Hands, Jester Starboy, Jim Murray, Mashindano, Leon Van Rensburg, My Two Cents, Jamie Hopkins, Shade, Joshua Sutherland, Thunder, Aparecida, Darren Thompson, Winged Rune, Thunderspark, Yanuka Sally, Martin Cairns, Mirage Destiny, Paul Rhodes and Sunset Ride, Martin Leadham. They're all in then, and away they go. And the one that was a bit slow to go was Arrogant Spirit. As they sort themselves out then through the first furlong or so, past the ambulance, it's Mirage Destiny on the inside, who's probably just the leader from Cave Dweller. And My Two Cents then, Yanuka Sally is after that one. And the early back marker now is Far Behind, and let's hope he doesn't live up to his name and get too far behind. But it's Mirage Destiny that shows the way home then by about 3 lengths to Cave Dweller in second, and then Yanuka Sally on the outside in those famous old Sheikh Mohammed colours. Then comes My Two Cents and Shade, Calypso Lights after that one. Thunger Aparecida is in the centre of the pack as well. The one closest to us is Jester Starboy in those what are becoming very familiar red boots, and it's Mirage Destiny that's the leader. Yanuka Sally is about 4 lengths back in second. Then comes Calypso Light and Shade with Cave Dweller. After that one, looking towards the back of the field, Sunset Ride is now the back marker, but it's still Mirage Destiny in the lead. As you can see, the pretty impressive looking stand in the distance, and Mirage Destiny leads by about 3 lengths to Calypso Light in the yellow sleeves in second. Then Yanuka Sally is third, My Two Cents is fourth, then Shade and Cave Dweller. Thunder Aparecida is making a forward move, and also Winged Rune is also making significant progress as well. One coming under a bit of pressure towards the rear is Arrogant Spirit, and Sunset Ride is still the back marker, but it's Mirage Destiny by about 2 to 3 lengths to Shade in second. Winged Rune making a forward move in third. Some of these are pretty wide on the track, especially the Jim Murray horse. Jester Starboy is now sweeping round ball. That one could have crossed to the inside or stay wide. He's going to give up a lot of ground. He's cutting across. The jockey's making a tactical manoeuvre, and he's gone into the lead by about half a length, but now being driven up on his inside. Mirage Destiny trying to regain that early lead. Mashindano is next, then Shade and Winged Rune, Calypso Lights after that one. 1 or 2 of these are under strong driving, but it's Mirage Destiny in the lead. There's still 3 furlongs to go, and Jester Starboy is in second. Then on the outside, Winged Rune is making good ground. Calypso Light is still there, so's Mashindano. Cave Dweller, they're beginning to bunch. There's only a couple of these that are out of it, but it's Mirage Destiny that's in the lead. Mirage Destiny in the lead, being pressed all the time by Jester Starboy. Winged Rune up the centre of the track, looking for a bit of space now is Shade. Also still there's Calypso Light. It's probably between these as they race past the furlong pole now, and Jester Starboy being pressed by Winged Rune. Jester Starboy and Winged Rune having a ding-dong battle. Jester Starboy by about a head. He's really fighting for it on the outside. Winged Rune is beginning to wear him down, and Winged Rune is beginning to get up. Winged Rune is going to take it up towards the line. Winged Rune wins it, and Jester Starboy second. Mirage Destiny was third, then Mashindano and Cave Dweller were after that. So the first 2 races of the Dubai Carnival have given us some pretty exciting finishes then, and Winged Rune has just taken it from the red-booted Jester Starboy in second. So it's a welcome back winner for Thunderspark. Winged Rune takes it for him. Jester Starboy second for Jim Murray. Mirage Destiny third for Paul Rhodes. Cave Dweller was fourth for Obi-Wan, and Mashindano for Leon Van Rensburg was fifth.